What's going on, guys? It's Will back with another video and what we've been calling the burnout barn. Got the whole shop completely done. All the panels in, the lift in now. Tools, there's more to come. We're gonna fix all this area, but anyways, it's not gonna be a super long video. It's just my Is300 has been making a little bit of noise coming from the front suspension, and I found the problem the other day, which I'll show you guys soon when I get it up in the air. But I didn't really have enough time to fix it because my friend came over here, which we were doing an oil change and we didn't really have a lot of time, so I didn't get a chance to fix this car. So I'm gonna throw it up on the lift and hopefully, well, I'm giving too much away, but you'll see in a second. So we're gonna get this thing up in the air and get to it. Always check your jack points. Check this out, guys. If you got a electric impact, or any impact for that matter, you don't even have to worry about breaking your lug nuts loose on the ground. Well, that's a freaking blooper. Can't get the socket on here. But anyways, you don't have to worry about breaking your lug nuts loose on the ground because you just break them loose with the impact. Just make sure you're not in forward because then you'll F your shit up. So make sure you're in freaking reverse. That'll be good. I'll show you guys. I'm just gonna put this right here and let you guys look at that for just a minute and show you all up in the suspension and tell me. We're gonna play a little game of I Spy, test your mechanic skills. Everybody comment down below what the problem is, if you can see it, and or what I'm thinking the problem. Just about no way it couldn't be the problem. But show you the other side, show you the bottom of the arms and everything, mainly the coilover and this general vicinity around in there. It's making kind of like a clunking noise when you go over like weird bumps and stuff. It's more or less at low speed, and at first I thought it was a preload issue. I'll go ahead and tell you right now, it's not a preload issue. I readjusted all my preload and that's not it at all. And then I got back in here and saw this right in my face and I was like, holy crap. I've been driving around with my sway bar mount completely disconnected. This thing is supposed to be all the way around the other side of the car, and it is just like free to move right here. And I'm pretty sure I know exactly when this happened. I had a little bit of an oil leak coming from kind of a few places on my car. It was in a certain shop. I'm not gonna name names over the internet because I don't want to do that to that business. This shop, I'm pretty sure when they went to go get to all these oil leaks, they had to go pretty far into the engine and up below it. So I think they took the sway bar off to get to some of these places that they were trying to check and everything, and then they just didn't put the sway bar back on. I know this couldn't have been something, because I've never taken the sway bar off. Me and Patrick have never done that, and all we've done is just disconnected the end links, which is right here. So if you can see that, yeah, everybody knows what an end link is. So we've never actually had to take the mount off itself, so there's no way, unless it popped off, which is the other thing. It could have maybe come off like drifting the car or something, because there's like a little spot I drift that like kind of twists the car a little bit, so I'll just leave that right there. Okay, there you go. That's the sway bar mount. I was hoping these two bolts were up in there, but it's hard to see that, but they're not in there, which is unfortunate. That means I'm probably gonna have to just pull one of these from the good side out and then run to like Ace Hardware or something and try to match it up, which is a bummer. I was really hoping the factory bolts were gonna be in here, but I kind of just figured they wouldn't be at the same time, so. So just got back from Ace Hardware. This is the original bolt. I think I might have accidentally said in a video clip before that it was a 12 by 1.25. The socket is a 12 by 1.25, or the socket's a 12. This is actually an 8 by 1.25, so that's what these are. And I got 2 of them. We can throw this mount back in here. I got my dog. Flower, you work dog? You work dog, Flower? By the way, if you're new to my channel, I know we've been gaining a lot of new subscribers lately, and this might be one of the first new videos you've seen. Thank you so much for all you new subscribers out there. It really means a lot. We just went over 300 subscribers, which is super cool because it's just not even a few months ago, it seems like we were hitting 100 subscribers, then it was 150, then it went to 200, now 300. So it's super awesome to see the channel growing, and I think definitely with the 240 and working on this car, it's just gonna keep growing even more. So definitely thank you guys for that. It should fit. There's no reason why it shouldn't, but we'll see. Just make sure. If I can get it in there. That's what she said. Looks like it fits. Sweet. Threads in, no problem. Exactly what I needed. Oh, I got the mount back in there. Everything went smooth, good to go. And the other day when I was trying to diagnose the car, I figured I would, before I saw that in there, which I don't know how I didn't see it, I reset the preload on everything. But I think after having the car, since I did the preload on the car, I think I had a little bit more leverage than you would if you just got coilovers and you were just doing them on a workbench or something, and you know, hand tighten them that way before you do the 4mm of preload. I might have kind of overdone the preload, possibly, which I don't know, but I'm just gonna kind of redo all the preload just to make sure everything's perfect and ready to go. All right, so for all you guys who maybe haven't started modifying your car yet, or maybe you have and you've had somebody else do it, or maybe you're just starting to get into cars, which is great if you're watching YouTube videos about cars, but when you get coilovers, which I know there's gonna be a lot of you guys that already know this, but there's also kind of a misconception with how to do this. So that's why I'm gonna show you guys what I know. When you get coilovers, first thing you gotta do is set your preload. So if you can see right now, the spring is just really loose, which I was not driving this way. I just loosened it to reset it. But what you wanna do is get your spring to where this is loose by loosening this top spring perch right here, this top collar, and of course you want to have this one completely loose as well, so you can actually get this one to move freely. So what you want to do is, once you have this free, you want to tighten this big lock collar as much as you can get it by hand. Once you get it tightened by hand, then you stop, and then we'll go from there in a second. All right, so now that you've got your spring perch tightened, see, if I try to move this right here, if I use 2 hands, I could probably get it a little bit more. But you just want to get it really tight with your hands on this bottom perch. And then what we're going to do is we're going to bring this up to that point so it'll hold our position for us. Get it just to where it touches. Bring it right. What I like to do is get it right where it touches and then come off just a hair so this will still move freely. And then what you're going to do is take your big spanner, come on this big ring again, and then you're going to tighten this with the spanner until you get 4mm of preload, which is actually the thickness of the tool that's included in most good coilovers like Fortunato and BC and that sort of thing. So again, you just tighten this top one until you can fit this in between these two. And that should be 4mm of preload, and then you'll bring this up to tighten it and lock it into place, and you're good to go. So now that I've tightened this, you can see there's a little bit of a gap there. This bottom ring is where we initially were to begin with, and then the top ring is how much I've tightened it. So if you come in here with your spanner, you can fit it just in between there, and it's just flush with both of those two. That's what you want. And then all we gotta do from here is just bring up this bottom collar, get it flush with that one, and then we're gonna take our smaller spanner and just lock this one into place, and we're good to go. All right guys, that's gonna do it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, especially if you made it this far in the video. I really appreciate it. If you could, it'd really mean a lot to me if you go hit that like button down below, and if you really like the video, make sure you hit that subscribe button for more. I'd really, really appreciate it. It helps the channel out. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.